Yo, what up? How's it going? And welcome back for another video. In today's video, we'll be talking about the patch 11.24b notes. We are looking at this on Mortdog's Twitter. There's no official notes yet, but this is going live as of today, the day that I'm posting this video, which is Wednesday. Don't know what date it is. But anyways, normally I don't film these for B patches, but this is actually a really big B patch. There's 2 pages of this. So yeah, I just woke up, got my coffee here, so let's just get into it. Okay, cool. Augments. First thing we got to talk about is unstable evolution, which is the augment where every time you upgrade a mutant, they get a bonus. So they're knocking down the bonus health and they're knocking down everything, AP, AD, attack speed from 40 to 30. Very cool. Mutants have been very strong on this patch whenever you have just the right setup. Like you get the mutants early, you get a Cho'Gath early, you get unstable evolution, you get mutant augments. They're pretty OP on this patch, and they're getting pretty big nerf here, so that's pretty cool. Windfall is getting buffed. God bless. I don't know if they need to buff the tier 3. I thought the tier 1 needed to be buffed. The tier 1 is the one they just nerfed, right? The problem with Windfall now is that if you take Windfall and you just take 15 gold at the beginning of the game, here's the problem with Windfall, is that it's a prismatic, and if you take like Clockwork Soul, you get 8 gold, but you also have Clockwork Soul. And same is true for Scholar. So this is why this feels so bad. But I don't know. I don't know what they need to do to Windfall, because if you buff it, then it's like 20 gold at the beginning of the game is really insane, right? Because just 10 gold is insane. But I don't know if a prismatic augment is worth 15 gold and that's all it gives you. But I didn't think the tier 3 needed to be buffed. I'm down with the tier 2, but I don't know if the tier 3 needed to be buffed, because sometimes Windfall has saved my game at 35 gold, just because like I had no gold and I have so many upgrades I need. Just take Windfall, boom, hit your upgrades. All right, cool. Underdogs. Underdogs is being nerfed because it is really OP with Colossus. Has really OP interactions with Colossus, as well as it's just strong in general, especially if you're re-rolling, because you'll have less units most of the time, right? So definitely needed a nerf for sure. It still should be fine when you play Colossus or you're rerolling. Should still be good. Okay, Ascension going down by 10%. God bless. This augment is so broken. This augment has been like really good the entire set. It's just the meta hasn't gotten to a point to where the fights are really slow. And now in this patch, it really started to shine that Ascension was broken. Ascension has always been broken. It's always been like low-key broken. But it really got a chance to shine here because all the stall comps in the meta, like mutants, like protectors, and then also you can play like some enchanter bullshit, right? So cool, definitely needed a nerf. Half of my games, if I look around and I see 3 people have Ascension, I go, okay. That kind of rules me out from playing half of the comps in the game, because I got to burst these people down, and it's just like you see the whole lobby has Ascension, and you're just like, oh man. All right, Kassadin. Bug fix, damage reduction no longer stacks on itself. Oh, that's hilarious. That's why that he was so tanky. Anyways, cool. Spell damage reduction down by 5%. Okay, cool. So this is actually a hefty nerf because it used to stack, which is weird. Wasn't supposed to. Darius getting nerfed just by 20 mana, so it stops him from casting like 4 times in a fight. I'm fine with that. Darius is like way better than every other 1 cost as a tank. Like just compare him to Alawi. I know Alawi's a merc, but like just compare him to Alawi, and that's all you need to think about. Definitely need to be nerfed. Cool. Cho'Gath. Okay, Cho'Gath is basically just getting reverted, and then they're nerfing his AD because they don't want him to be AD Cho'Gath. They don't want AD Cho'Gath to be a thing. I don't think. Cool. Yeah, I'm fine with this. They're just basically reverting what they did to Cho'Gath. That's fine with me. Cho'Gath is very annoying to play against. All right, Samira. So this is the only one that's changed. So if you're looking at these numbers and you're like, wait, the tier 1 is the 3-star. They have changed this. It's in the comment right here, important notes. They changed Samira. She's getting a 10% buff, because you guys can't see this. They're getting a 10% buff at 1 star, a 10% buff at 2-star, and a 10% buff at 3-star, whereas this was a 20% buff. Cool. All right, guys, if you have not played a lot of Samira, and you're at least like master tier or higher, you might think Samira is really strong. This is where I disagree with what a lot of people have said about Samira. I think she's really weak, and I agree with the devs. A lot of times I disagree with the devs, but I actually agree with the devs. I think she needed a buff. But I do agree with like the naysayers of this buff is that everything else is getting nerfed, so Samira will be naturally stronger. But let me tell you, I have played some of the most capped Samira boards, and it felt like I'm really fighting for 4th place. But that was on this patch, and so maybe that's, you know, maybe that's just because of the OP stuff in the meta preventing me from getting it. But I have hit a 3-star Samira on stage 3. I had a game, and I still 6th place that game, and I fully capped my board by stage 4. And I couldn't even win streak stage 4 because I was just losing to like protector bullshit. And then when you play Samira, you lose to the fully capped late game boards. You know, like you lose to the Jinx boards and stuff like that. So I'm down with her getting buffed. Yeah, I think this would have been way too much. It would have been her 3-star 80% at 1-star. That's crazy. But yeah, she's just getting a 10% buff at all levels. So I'm down with that. All right, Vex is getting small buff. I think people actually overreacted on Vex's nerf. I think she got nerfed pretty hard and she's not very good. But I think if you're the only Arcanist player, or Arcanist, sorry, or whatever. If you're the only Arcanist player and you get the 3-star Vex just by running Yordles and stuff like that, she still feels pretty tanky. She's just not a god tank like she used to be. So I'm down with her getting a small buff for sure. But I think people have overreacted on her, how bad she is. Because I've played some 3-star Vex games and like won those games, so it hasn't felt that bad. But she's definitely not a god tank anymore, which I don't think she should be. She's a 3-cost Yordle. She should not be a god tank. Anyways, all right, Fiora spell heal percentage went up by 5%. Yo, let's go. I've been playing a lot of Fiora this patch. I think she's really fun, and I've been playing a lot of flex between Fiora, Yone, and Jhin and Jace. I've been trying to play a lot of flex between them. So I'm down with her getting buff. Yone is getting a lot of buffs. Bug fix, Yone's clone no longer double benefits from Challenger and Academy stats buff, so that is a nerf, obviously. That's crazy. I always did feel like his clone dealt a little too much damage, so that's nice since bug fix. But to compensate for that bug fix, they're buffing his AD by 15 and his attack speed by 0.5. So this is a revert of his attack speed nerf. So that's what you need to know about that he just got nerfed on. And they're buffing his AD. So, but they did bug fix his clone. So, guys, give Yone a try. Give Academy Vertical a try. Give Challenger Vertical a try. Challenger Vertical is still pretty good. I've played a couple games of it. Should be better now that these are getting buffed. But I think this is the biggest buff to just playing Fiora Yone Flex. I think it's the biggest buff to that. When you just play 2 Challenger plus like Enchanters, Bodyguards, you know, just actually play full flex. Like you could honestly just sell those units and play Jhin there instead, right? I think it's the biggest buff to that version of the build. But if you like playing Challenger Vertical or Academy Vertical, give it a try. All right, let's go over to the next page. Is this on this page? Why do it look so zoomed in? Oh, I guess it's just a smaller page. Okay, cool. So 5 costs. So Galio is getting a 100 health nerf and a 1080 nerf. They really don't want Clapio to be a thing. I don't really know why. I think it's cool, but maybe it does like affect the balance really negatively by having too many AD carries in the game. Maybe they have like a rule on how many AD carries they can have versus how many tanks, and so maybe they have like a rule against this, and this would make AD too good or something. But I like it. I like Clapio, but you know, Clapio build might be dead. They're gonna nerf it until it's dead. So just know that. All right, Kali, they are reverting her buff. God bless. Who in their right mind thought they should buff a Kali? Who thought they should buff a Kali? Oh my God. I mean, I'm sure in the, you know, I said this in the patch note rundown for the initial patch, but like, I was like, I'm sure in their data it shows like a Kali is not winning, but that does not mean she's not broken. She's been broken the entire set. She's just been poorly utilized. Anyways, sorry. All right, so it's reverting her buff on her health right there. And then I can't remember what this used to be, but this looks like a revert. Oh, this is a revert. This is a revert. Yeah, this is a revert. Okay, cool. Because Akali 1 is way too strong. I think Akali 2 is fine. Like, she should be broken, you know? It's a 2-star legendary assassin. 5%, and then it's the same at 3-star, obviously. Okay, Akali 2-star is still going to be good. I think Akali 1 is still going to be good, because Akali 1 was good before these buffs. So, maybe give Akali a try, but definitely needed these nerfs. Definitely needed these nerfs. Okay, Archangel Staff, interval, stack interval, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. So that actually will start to matter Yeah, once you're like 30 seconds into the fight, that's actually like once you get to like overtime, that's actually a big nerf. So especially this being on Akali, this is Akali's best item. Nice nerf to this because this is by far the best AP item in the game right now. But is it really because it's good, or is it a conflict because protectors and mutants and Akali are so good, right? But I think it did need to be nerfed a little bit because honestly, it's equal to death cap once you're like 8 seconds into or 12 seconds into a fight. So why would you ever build death cap? Except for just to get your first cast like to be really huge. I don't know. Bramble Vest down 10. Down 10. I don't know. Bramble Vest needs to be nerfed. It definitely is the best AD item, but it is because Sins are meta. Sins are meta. A lot of the AD comps are meta, like Jhin and Fiora and Yone are low-key meta. And then Samira is getting buffed. So I can see it. I can see Bramble Vest. I don't know if Bramble Vest needs to get nerfed. It definitely is the best, but it's just because a lot of people build crit. That's not really the armor, I don't think. But I'm down with it getting nerfed a little bit. That's fine. All right, Chemtech. Is Chemtech getting buffed? Oh my god, Chemtech's getting buffed. Oh wait. No, it's not. Oh, okay. They're nerfing Chemtech 3. Okay, all right. Okay, because the reason why I read this was like, Chemtech's getting buffed? Because they have an arrow up. The reason why I was freaking out is because Chemtech 3 is like really strong. Chemtech 3 is really strong, and they're nerfing Chemtech 3. So Chemtech 3 needed to be nerfed probably. And then they're buffing Chemtech 7. Okay, yeah, definitely warranted. Chemtech 7 sucks. Okay, and then they're nerfing Chemtech 9. But who runs Chemtech 9? Cool. I'm down with Chemtech. I'm down with these. Chemtech 3 was a little too strong, I thought. And Chemtech 9, or Chemtech 7 and 9 are really hard to run. So I'm down with it getting buffed. I don't want it to be too strong, because if it's too strong, then it's super lame. But anyways, all right. Protector, shield duration, down by 2 seconds. Big nerf to Protector. All right, bug fixes. 6 Sniper no longer grants its bonus damage to the entire team. I guess no one's ever noticed that because no one runs 6 Snipers. I ran 6 Snipers one time, but I just got railed, so I never noticed this bug. Archangel stacks no longer stacks AP during combat while equipped on bench units. Oh, well, that's just like for fun, right? Okay, cool. So what are the biggest takeaways? Biggest takeaways are mutants and Cho'Gath nerfs. So if you guys are forcing that, maybe get off that hype train. Akali 1 should not be the menace that it is on this patch, but honestly I think it'll still be pretty good. But if you get Akali 2-star, you still win the game, right? The Ligma build is not nearly as good because Kassadin got bug fixed pretty massively. Because the reason why this comp is strong is because Kassadin is strong. It has nothing to do with any of the other units. It's only Kassadin. Kassadin is the reason why the comp works. So nobody else needs to get nerfed. Garen got nerfed last patch. I didn't even think Garen needed to be nerfed. It's just Kassadin was really strong. So, but Kassadin is the reason why this comp works. So maybe get off that hype train. Maybe get on the flex between like Yone, Fiora, Jhin, Jace. If you guys are flex players, get down with that strategy. If not, maybe try forcing Yone vertical again. Or Challenger vertical. Maybe get on the Samira hype train. Maybe try that. But yeah, anything you were playing at the beginning of the patch that was turbo broken, you're forcing every game, probably isn't forcible status anymore, I would say. I'd say if you get the Protector opener and you really like that build, I think you could probably still run it into a top 3 or something. But I do not think that Protector reroll is just hard forcible as it was at the beginning of the patch, or Mutants is probably still fine. If you really like playing Mutants, you can probably still play it, but it's not gonna be nearly as strong because they're nerfing Cho'Gath and Unstable. And then yeah, so give Yone and Fiora a try. If you are hard forcing those OPs, maybe find something else, or just play those builds whenever they pop up instead of hard forcing. And give Samira a try. She definitely needed a buff, and this might be the buff that she needed. She might be OP again. We'll see. So anyways, guys, that was it for the patch note rundown. Pretty big patch for a B patch, the biggest B patch I've ever seen. If you guys want more of me, I stream 5 days a week. I've been taking a break for the holidays, and I've been just kind of grinding. But I stream 5 days a week most of the time at twitch.tv/TFT. upload TikToks all the time at tiktok.com/@TrajanTFT. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, here's my Twitter. I'm on Twitter right now. Twitter.com/@TrajanTFT. Here's John Cena. He's Bing chilling. Anyways, all right. That's going to be it, guys. Appreciate all of you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. See ya.